Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, today I want to get into this whole Lil Reese interview that he had with Future's TV, where he's actually describing the whole incident that went down at the garage, where reportedly or allegedly he sat there and he stole a car, and that's the reason why he was shot / grazed / we don't know what really happened. And I'm starting to know notice a pattern with Lil Reese, because it seemed like every time an incident happens, he does an interview after, and it's been reported that he actually charges for these interviews. So if something happened right afterwards, he do an interview, and I'm assuming whoever got that interview is the one that paid him whatever price that he demanded for for the interview, or whatever the case may be. And that would make sense, because I'm pretty sure that interview, being that all the clout and all the attention and everything else that's built up around the situation, it's actually going to get the interviewer, some clout, some attention, some subscribers, some views, whatever the case may be. And it's also going to get Lil Reese that money that he's demanding. So it's like one hand wash the other. Because the Future's TV interview, it's only been out for like 3 days, and it's already at like 600,000. So it's on its way to 1 million views in just less than like 3 days. So like I said, it's like a win-win for both. One hand wash the other. It is what it is. But anyway, man, let's get straight into it. I want to talk about what Lil Reese actually said happened. Now, instead of us sitting there and making our own conclusions and assumptions as to what happened, he actually told us. Instead of saying that he got shot, he's saying he got grazed. He's saying that it wasn't a robbery going wrong. It was actually people just gunning for him. He don't know why, and he don't know who these people are. All right. Now, let's get straight into it, man. But before we do, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. All right. Now, number one. All right. Number one, first and foremost, Lil Reese says that he was grazed in his eye, his head, and he was grazed in his mouth. Now, when it comes to the mouth part, I actually see that he got a scar on top of his lip. So I'm not sure if that's, what the graze caused, but already there's a red flag, because, if you anybody that ever been in the streets before, you know that if you was grazed in your eye, you're going to have some type of damage, even in your head. I found it kind of weird that he said he was grazed in his eye, and he said he was grazed in his head, and even his mouth, but he didn't show no type of proof or evidence that that's what happened. My thing is this: if you was grazed anywhere near your eye, trust me, you would have some type of evidence, some type of proof, some type of, I wouldn't say malfunction, but some type of, scar, something that proves that you was actually grazed. Now, it's different from being shot. I'm not talking about being shot. That's going to leave a mark, of course, but also a graze will also leave a mark on you. But Lil Reese seems to be, normal. Now, he also confirmed that it was never a fight that happened. He also said that, in fact, he was trying to buy marijuana. All right. He said that when he went to go buy the marijuana, people just ambushed the car and started shooting out of nowhere. He actually doesn't know why. It was just random. Now, once again, that's also a red flag, because at the end of the day, you mean to tell me you don't know come on, Lil Reese is from Chicago, man. And he's actually been known as the Grim Reaper of Chicago. So you mean to tell me the Grim Reaper of Chicago himself don't know any better than to do business with somebody he doesn't know, and you see what I'm saying, just be lacking like that? I find that very hard to believe. I find it very hard to believe. All right. He also explains that when he got out the car after being grazed all the times, not shot, because it was a couple shots that went off. I don't understand how he just got grazed. But anyway, he said after getting grazed, he ran out the car, and after he ran out the car, it was two individuals, which was a woman and what seemed to be her man, was the one that was recording him and said, "Yo, this is the guy that stole my car." All right. This is the guy that stole my car, so I'm assuming that's where the whole story about him stealing somebody's car came from. So anyway, when they pointed him out as being the suspect that was the one that stole the car, the police automatically slams him to the ground with no questions asked, number one. No questions asked, no nothing. They just took him, slammed him to the ground, and in the midst of slamming him into the ground, he hit his head on a pole that was nearby that we seen in the actual video. And he's saying that, in fact, that's where the blood was coming from. All right, everybody thought he got hit in his lip, got shot in his eye. It was none of that. He actually just got manhandled to the floor by police and managed to hit a pole on the way down, and that's where the blood was coming from. Now, listen. Well, first and foremost, I think he was saying a little too much, right? When it comes to the interview, and this is why for all you street guys that identify yourself as real street dudes, you just happen to rap because you want to feed your family, whatever the case may be. This is why you don't run to the internet when real street stuff happens, because one, it's going to sound like you borderline telling. Alright, Reese pretty much described everything that happened and let it be known that he was actually illegally purchasing marijuana, and he was ambushed by a group of guys that just started shooting at him. So he pretty much told the police all they need to know. Now, like I said, a couple things didn't sit right with me after hearing the story. And one thing I always tell y'all, if someone tells you something and it confuses you, 9 times out of 10 it's a lie, because the truth is straightforward. It's never confusing. It's straightforward. It's this, it's that, all the time. All right. Now, first thing, he said he was grazed in his mouth and his head. But then he said that the blood came from him actually getting manhandled to the floor. Now, my thing is this. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, you did hit your head on the pole. You would probably be knocked out or unconscious. I can't see, unless the pole scratched you or cut you deep, in which you will have a cut or some type of scar that'll symbolize you getting, hitting it. I can't see how that is what had all that blood gushing out onto the floor that we seen on that video. All right. Like I said, if it's blood involved, 9 times out of 10 it'll be a scrape or a cut or something, but it was none of that. What I think that really happened, and let me tell y'all what I think that happened. Personally, I'm gonna say that they tried to run with that whole story about him being shot, but once they realized that people wasn't going for it and we wasn't convinced, they had to switch it up somehow, some way. All right, that's how I see it, because the story doesn't make sense. He says he was hit by a pole on the way down because a police officer wrestled him down. It doesn't make sense. Let me know how y'all feel in the comments. Maybe I'm bugging, but like I said, it doesn't make sense. So in conclusion to everything, all right, it's obvious that he still don't even know who shot him or why he was shot. His story is that he was buying marijuana and they just started shooting out of nowhere. He don't know why, he don't know how, he don't know where they came from, no nothing. And once again, that doesn't make sense, because it's no clear motive to why. And some of y'all might say maybe they just wanted to get him because he's Lil Reese. Even if it was jealousy or envy or anything like that involved, it still doesn't make sense, because at the end of the day, he wasn't robbed. Nothing was taken from him. They just came to shoot him, which means that the people that came, it was either a hit or it was something personal. But my thing is, if you wanted to get Lil Reese and you wanted to sit there and kill him for whatever reason, it had to be personal, and you didn't steal nothing from him. So, like I said, the whole story sounds a little fake to me. It sounds like it was made up. But I'm gonna let y'all tell me how y'all feel about it, man. Y'all let me know, man. Let me know how y'all feel, because like I said, the story's made up to me, but I'm gonna let y'all let me know. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm gonna keep on dropping. And I'm out.